Baby, tell me that's not a vibe. Tell me that's not a vibe. Holy crap. Welcome back, fam. You are going to be getting ready with me today for work. We're going to be playing in some Makeup by Mario products. So, little background history about me. Mario Devanovic is my favorite makeup artist. I love his style. I love his personality. He's so humble. His work is classic. It's beautiful. You can look at it from 10 years ago and it's still beautiful. And he set so many great trends. I'm just a huge fan of him. So on my first day at Sephora, I got trained on the Makeup by Mario brand and I was like, yes, give me all the tea. So got introduced to the latest product on the market, which is this setting powder. Y'all, this powder, as a professional makeup artist myself, I dabble in a lot of products. I test out a lot of different setting powders. This one though, let's just get into it. So first things first, I am going to really quickly, just gonna throw on some of the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Balm in Universal. I like this because it makes my skin look nice and smooth. I am someone that does have large pores. But hold on real quick. Can we please get into the skin? Maybe the skin is skinning. This is God. This is peace. This is sanctification. This is Amber chilling out, and I am so grateful to just finally be relaxed, because we haven't had much relaxation. I don't know if you know this or not, but sometimes, I know for me, I'm gonna speak for myself, when I get high stressed, my skin starts to do things. So I am so grateful for my skin calming down. If you would like to see my updated nighttime skincare routine for oily skin, fall time, I'll be sure to leave that down below. All right, so this is just to make sure the skin's nice and smooth and whatnot. Now, this isn't a new product. It's just new to me. I'm late to the party, okay? I haven't been buying any new products, and now I am starting to explore things again, which is fun and refreshing for me. The Makeup by Mario Surreal, is it Surreal Skin? I don't even know if it's called Surreal Skin. Hang on. Yes, I was correct. So this is the Surreal Skin Concealer. I'm in the shade 540. So I do not like, there we are. I don't like for my under eye to be super bright. That's not my vibe. If that's your vibe, girl, do you think? But that's not for me. I am not a foundation wearer either. I'm more of a concealer girl, put some bronzer on and keep it pushing. That's just my style as of late. So I'm just going to put this on the inner corner here, and there's no need to draw like triangles and octagons, because let's preserve our product, right? Less is more. This concealer is so creamy. It is easy to apply. It's not anything that's super matte, so you don't have to worry about a crazy dry down time, hurry up and blend or whatnot. Just gonna let that sit for a second, and then I am gonna go in next with this product, which there's not much left. So I've had this for a minute now. As you can see, she has been used and abused. This is one of those products that I had to eat my words on, which I have no problems doing, because I just didn't get it. But as you can see, once I gave it a chance, so it is a skin enhancer. I like to use it as a bronzer to warm up my skin. Now, I know we're transitioning into the fall months. The reason why I like this is because I don't feel like it's so bronzy to the point where it's like summertime bronze, you know what I mean? So it's going to warm up the skin, but not so much to the point that I feel like, oh my God, I look red, or you know what, this is a little too intense for me and my liking in the fall time. And I love how it goes onto the skin. And this is one of those cool products because you can break the rules, right? So how Mario uses it is he actually uses it on top of powder products, which I know we've been taught that's a big no-no. However, I feel like this, once you know the rules, you can break them. And once you've played with so many different textures and products, you kind of know what you can and what you can't do. But this product, the texture of it, it's just so, it's different, it's innovative, and I love it because it's going to make you bronzy, but it's not too much. You don't have to worry about looking like a bowl of tomato soup, you know, just all the things alike, okay? Next up, I'm going to go in with some blush. I switched over to my, do I want to use this blush? So here's the thing. I need new blush because I am running out. And also something else that I'm working on doing is using what I already have, because let me tell you something. Just because we work at Sephora now does not mean we're going to get caught up in this trap of just buying every single thing. Like, no. But something I do want to work on is using up all my products. So as you can see, my Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer, my Danessa Meyer Shimmy Skin Blush. This blush has me in a chokehold. And so I wanted to use this LYS one. Let me see. Yeah, we can go with it. That'll work. And I know, like, this is something that I've been, like, keeping in mind. I'm not a trendy girl, but just for, you know, being a makeup artist, you do have to be aware of the trends. I know the blush trend right now is to, like, put the blush higher up here. I just don't know how I feel about it. And I figured out why I'm not sure how I feel about it is because for the demographic that I work on, so I'm a professional bodybuilder and I also do hair and makeup for bodybuilding shows, if you're new here. And for bodybuilding shows, putting the blush up here doesn't make much sense just simply because we are lean, we are dry, so we need cheekbones. So I figured out that's why I'm not a fan of it, because now if it's someone who's not competing, you know, then yeah, I could see it, but for my athletes, I'm like, no, we need blush on these cheeks. We need to make these cheeks look like something because being stage lean, your face is gaunt and you need all the help you can get. But I'm not sure. Y'all tell me, are you into that blush trend where it comes on the side or like even going like a little bit under the eyes? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about it. And if you've noticed, I am definitely more of a natural skin, natural makeup wearer. Like I can be neat when I need to be, but just for like a day-to-day basis, I'm definitely a soft glam type of gal. All right, so I believe our concealer has dried down. Now I'm just going to take a eyeshadow brush, blending brush, and we're just going to press this into the skin. So let's talk really quickly about under eye creasing. I'm going to give y'all some tips on how to set the under eye. I feel one reason why a lot of people struggle with under eye creasing is just simply because, first of all, the under eye area isn't properly prepped, so you're not using eye cream, and understand that using eye cream once ain't gonna do it. It needs to be every morning, every night. Hi Rocket, why are you in my bag, homie? I am a bag. Thank you. Hydration is the name of the game. So, you know, making sure that you are drinking your water, ladies, especially with, you know, it's getting cooler out. So the skin's going to start to be a little bit drier. Being mindful of the concealer that you are using. If you are someone who maybe experiences a lot of creasing, if you have fine line under the eyes, a concealer that dries down super matte is probably not going to be your best friend, i.e. Tarte Shape Tape. That has just always been one concealer I just can't get with her. She's too drying for me, and I have the skin type that can handle it, but I don't like that dry matte look. And then the last but not least is going to be just applying far too much product under the eyes. This area is so delicate, so delicate, right? And so if you are placing a load, I'm talking like Instagram tutorial, YouTube tutorial, loads of concealer, understand that those girls are doing it that way because they need their makeup to look good on camera. But my rule of thumb is I need it to look good on camera, but I also need you to look good in real life too. Like, I can't have you looking crazy in real life. And then applying, everyone's different. Some people like a brush, some people like a sponge. I'm a brush girl. I typically use my Real Techniques setting brush. However, she's dirty, and there's just dirty brushes aren't going to apply your makeup properly. It's just not going to do it. So any fluffy eyeshadow blending brush, I've found I do that a lot on my clients as well. And that is just going to help blend it out. And then, of course, you know, understand that nothing is creaseless, okay? Nothing is creaseless. We are alive, we are well, praise the Lord. We are alive, we are well, praise the Lord. And we move our faces, we make facial expressions, or sometimes too, it could just be your eye set. You know, your bone structure and how your eye structure is, that maybe is why you might have a little bit of an under eye situation, whatever the case may be. And then also letting the concealer sit for a little bit, letting it just dry down. I feel that helps a ton with setting. So this concealer, I love. Rocket says hello. I love this concealer because it dry. I like that it doesn't dry down fast. I like that it looks like skin. You saw that I go in a little bit at a time. I'm not a girl that likes to paint it all on because, again, I can be heavy-handed. I know this about myself, and once I've got too much concealer on my under eyes, that's a wrap for me, babes. That's a wrap. That under eye is going to be heavy. I'm talking heavy. And then when I go to set it, it's just going to be a nightmare. And again, I love this shade for me because I do not want a super bright under eye. Not my ministry. If it's yours, you do you. You do you. And then also something else that I do, you can't see on my vanity, I have a paper towel. So whenever I blend, I always wipe my brush off there. So that way, you know, I'm not just, so that way it gets rid of product. And I'm not just loading unnecessary product on my under eye. And then sometimes I'll go ahead and just push that stuff into the crease, you know? For me, it's not a matter of if this is creaseless or any concealer is creaseless, because nothing is creaseless. It's a matter of, do my under eyes look dried out, saggy, and tired? All right, so now I'm going to go in with the medium. Yeah, I have number 5, medium deep. Ooh. I called myself leaving the little sticker thing on so that way it doesn't go all over the place, but this unfortunately doesn't have a sifter or a twist top. Let me just go ahead and take that off because it didn't work. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen. I've been so careful trying to use it, but as you can see, some's coming out. I wish it had a sifter or a closed top so that way it doesn't get all over the place, but what I am going to do is just tap a little bit into the top. Now, I'm going to set with loose powder, this is something that I've gone back to doing. At first, I was a pressed powder girly, but you know, as I work on different people, things change. So I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to dip in and I'm going to tap off. And I'm going to tap off a lot. So you don't want to go in with a ton of powder immediately under the eye because it's going to get cakey. Again, kind of the same way how I did the concealer, less is going to be more. And also keep in mind too, and this is going to just depend on the concealer consistency that you're using, let it dry down a little bit more, because I think something that people do, and I used to do this, is I would set immediately after I, put the concealer on, go right in with powder because I was so afraid of creasing. But what would happen was, because the concealer was still kind of tacky, it would just grab. So going in with just a little bit at a time and really pressing it in, taking your time. And that's the other thing too. I think sometimes we're just in a rush. We don't want to take our time. And notice I'm using the same eyeshadow blending brush. Someone's going to ask what it is. Girls, it's a Sonia G brush. Like I said, this was I know it's expensive, but this is what I typically use, and she's dirty. So a fluffy eyeshadow blending brush to apply the concealer, taking my time, and then I'm just going to do the same thing to set it. And I love, get into this. Look, 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 look. Now, of course, if the under eye area isn't bright enough for you, then girl, you just switch the shades. Do what works best for you. And I'm also going to take that same powder and I'm going to press that onto my lids as well. So that way that is nice and set. Now, this is where if I was being a little bit more glam, what I would do is I would go with maybe like an under eye powder or a brightening powder or something lighter to really like amp up to, you know, give my face more dimension. But I'm just going to work, so I'm not going to do all of that. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take a little bit more powder. And on my puff here, I just get mine from Amazon. I'm going to press it in, press it, press it, press it. And I really wish that this top wasn't white because y'all already know it's gonna get dirty. I like the clean aesthetic, but now here's the thing. Tap off on the back of your hand. And then you can press a little bit more. And I feel like this is going to just give you more coverage. It's gonna give you more of a filter-like look. It's gonna make everything look nice and smooth. Now, I was going to get the setting spray as well. Y'all know I'm not a big setting spray girl. And I had it in my hand, but then I realized it was more of like a hydrating setting spray. And I just personally don't need it. That's not my ministry. I don't need any help with hydration. I've got my own built-in glow, so we good on that front. So that's why I opted out not getting that, but that is a new product he has as well. And I love, love, love doing it this way, setting with a brush first, a light set, and then going in with a powder puff to really, really just make everything look va boom and snatched. And then press it in to those lines too. Like don't be afraid, just get in there. And if you get some creasing, it's not the end of the world. Like I said, just as long as I'm not like dried up Tales from the Crypt, I'm cool. But when that starts happening, I look like I'm a million years old. Just no, absolutely not. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this powder and I'm gonna set the rest of my face. Now, because I am oily skin, that is why I prefer this method of using a puff all over my face to set. If you are dry skin, maybe not. Again, it's just gonna depend on you, but what I can say about this powder is it is so finely milled. And that's the thing, like with makeup by Mario, with Mario Divanovic's work, the skin always looks like skin. It never looks dried up or cakey, but he uses a lot of powder. And I love that because it just goes to show that you can use powder. And that's something that I've had to really just push a little bit harder for my own personal makeup artistry when I'm working on clients, because I'm always so mindful of someone's skin, but at the same time, it's like, girl, we need this thing to be bulletproof. So you need to powder it up. But of course, things that'll help with that is going to be the skin prep, making sure that the skin is prepped properly, which is why, like with my clients, they get an email and when they book with me, they get directions on what to do with their skin, how to prep their skin. And then of course, whenever they come in, I do some additional things as well. That looks so good. I should use my Makeup by Mario neutral eye palette, but I don't know where she at, so. All right, now to add a little bit more sculpting to the face, I'm gonna use this skin enhancer. This is the soft sculpt perfector. Staying away from the glittery side up there with the highlight. I just wanna get that bronze tone. And just add. My hair is getting so long. I desperately need to trim my hair though. desperately. I love how it looks today, how I styled it. Came out so good. All right, and then I'm going to take same powder, making sure to not get into the highlight, and I'm just going to sculpt on my nose and my eye socket. And then I don't sculpt my nose because I don't like the shape of my nose. Like, I'm fine with my very, very black features. I'm not mad at it. I do it because my face is one-dimensional. Just putting that out there because I know sometimes black folks on the internet, when it comes to other black women doing their makeup, like if you do something and they're like, oh, you don't like yourself. You don't understand. You don't understand makeup and sculpting. And then even if someone is doing it because they want to maybe change the shape of their structure or nose or the case may be, what's it to you? Like, just leave folks alone in the name of Jesus. So tired of women constantly being policed for just simple little things like doing their makeup. Like, can we not? Yes, this is also going to be our shadow for today. All right, so filled my brows in, put my liner on. Y'all know I've been saying for years, Sephora collection, do not sleep on it. Go back to any of my videos. I'll say something about Sephora collection, I promise. This is the 12-hour colorful eye crayon in black lace, waterproof because we're oily, okay? Now I'm just gonna go back to this palette here and grab the, well, not palette, the Skin Transformers, Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Perfector. The names, Mario, the names. And I'm just gonna take this highlight shade and I'm just gonna pop that in the inner tear duct. And keep in mind, the only thing I have on my lid is the setting powder. Because it just gave the perfect, like, nude, neutral skin tone, which is what I was going for. That's my vibe. Rocket, you gonna come in here making all that noise? Please don't. Please do not do that. I can't get over how good of a hair day it is. I love it when that happens. All it is just the Weed Dot Gel. For those that are new here, like, what products do you use? It's just Weed Dot Gel. That's it. I don't do nothing crazy. I don't do any twist outs. I just put the Weed Dot Gel in my hair, sit under the hooded dryer, then I'll come out and do my hair dryer just to kind of fluff and stretch and, fluff it, and that's that. But this is not a hair video, but the main reasoning why I know a lot of natural girls struggle with, styling their hair, it all starts back with the washing process. Like, I noticed my hair has been looking a little lackluster, and it's because I just need to go back to washing it twice a week. I need to stop being lazy. I was trying to do the once a week, and I know I'm not a once a week girl. I know my hair needs to touch water twice, but that's why I hadn't been liking my hair, why I was looking so lifeless and dry, because water is the #1 moisturizing property for your hair. If you, and you know this without even realizing, you're putting all these oils, butters, creams on your hair, and your hair is still dry, I propose you this. When we are dehydrated, what do? Drink water, wash your hair, babe. Just wash your hair. And then just depending on, how long you've been going, like if you've been going years, not washing your hair but once a month, then it's probably gonna take some time just solely because you've got a lot of buildup on your hair. So your hair can't receive moisture, which is water. Now this isn't a new product, but it's new to me and do I have a liner for this? Let's see. Let's take a look. So I could do this one. Or, no, let's do MAC Vino, OG. So I'm gonna do some MAC Vino liner. Moisturizing Glow Plumping Color. I wanted something for fall. Yes. Oh yeah. Baby, tell me that's not a vibe. Tell me that's not a vibe. Holy crap. I'm so glad I got this color and not my normal neutral. Come in. Come look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Hello, fall. It's officially fall. Fall has arrived. Fall has just walked through the building and onto your phone screen, your TV screen, wherever you may be watching me. I love, ooh, look at this shine. Look at this shine. I'm obsessed. I love it. This is our finished look, y'all. Love, love, love Makeup by Mario. I'm a stan. I'm a fan. This powder, the setting powder, is the best setting powder, and I'm a girly that has struggled with setting powders for quite some time with my clients, and this is just so finely milled. You can pack it down into the face, and the face isn't going to feel heavy. It's not going to feel cakey. It's just the bomb. And then if you use the techniques that I showed you as far as like with setting on the under eye, I guarantee you it's not going to look as heavy. Just less is more, and take your time. So, okay, real quick, because I am back home editing. It is 5:22 p.m. When we put this on, it was 8:45. First of all, I have not blocked my face all day, so that powder is clutch. And do you see why I don't wear foundation? Like, yeah, I just feel like it's not necessary for me. Of course, some days I want to do it. If you want to do it, do you. But my under eyes, nothing is creasing. Everything is still in place. Like, face been on all day and we Gucci. I love, love, love the way that my skin looks. Okay, bye. Down below in the comments, let me know your thoughts, if you've tried it, if you're gonna try it. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Cast one more net.